Um, Hi, my name is Amy, and I am on a spiritual journey right now. I am almost completed with my training in holistic health practitioner, so energy healer. Um, it's a passion of mine, what I have always kind of dreamt of doing, but never really had the chance until recently. I believe that life is a circle, and what you put out there, you you get back, and whether that's positive or negative, um, the universe will give you what you give out, and even with your thoughts, the universe hears your thoughts. It doesn't have to be words. I mean, thoughts is as powerful as words are. The universe doesn't know the difference between thoughts and words. It's all the same. So thoughts are as powerful as words, and um, that's just something to kind of keep checking, because negative talk to yourself is just going to produce negativity in your life. What is going on the inside is going to be happening on your outside world. Same thing. It's so you have to really look at yourself and sit with yourself and kind of see where you can change at. Start small and make little changes. And but we all chose to come here to experience what humans can experience, everything a human can experience. And we made that choice. We're here, and nothing nothing happens on accident. Everything has a reason why it happens, and most of the time we don't know what that reason is right away. But if you just become aware of the little synchronicities that happen in your life, um, you'll get a better understanding on why things happened the way they happen. Even the bad stuff, they happen for a reason. And that's been my hardest thing to learn and to accept, and to make myself better from it. So yeah. And anyways, gonna skip from that to um, kind of about how I started on this spiritual journey. Is I had to kind of look within myself, and as painful as that was, as hard as it was, and how long it took me to finally surrender to whatever I needed to see about myself. And there was a lot that I did not like about myself. There was more I didn't like than there was I liked. But the more I worked through one thing at a time, the easier it got. It's still hard, but what people call your shadow self isn't necessarily just all the bad stuff. It's the stuff that, it's where your pain and your sadness is. It's the parts you don't want to look at, because it is painful and makes you sad, and it's your guilt, it's your shame, it's all those parts. But it's parts of you that you have to you know, you have to look at it, you have to embody it, you have to love it. And when you can finally start to understand that, and that is part of you, and you have to acknowledge it, and because it doesn't like to be ignored. The more you shove it, the more you try to ignore it, the louder it screams at you, the louder it gets in your head, the louder, the more you feel like you're going insane because you just can't get these thoughts out of your head. So once you stop and you breathe and you just kind of look within yourself and start looking at pieces of your shadow self, and start to see what it is, acknowledge it, and love it because it's part of you, it will actually start to heal. You'll start to heal that part of you, and it won't be as painful anymore. There's always going to be some pain there, but it'll be different than what it was before. Because energy never goes away. Energy just transmutes to something else. So if you can change it to something positive, it does work. I mean, I never thought it would work, but it does. I've changed a lot of my bad qualities, my toxic qualities, my self-sabotaging qualities I've had. I've changed those to something more positive, more productive for me to grow spiritually and to love every part of myself. And I'm still learning how to do this, and some things are really tough, and there's still some things that I haven't dealt with yet because they are painful, and I've done a lot of painful work as it is, and I know eventually I have to get to it, and I'm willing to do that when the time comes. But your shadow self is something that I believe is one of the first things it's helpful to work on, because once you can start understanding the shadow self of you, and to embrace it and accept it, and yell it at the world. I mean, who cares? If everybody knows your shit that you've done, nobody has anything to hold over your head, and nobody can get to you anymore, and nothing will really bother you anymore. Like, now that I'm doing the right thing, I admit everything I've done. Shit, everybody knows what I've done, and I don't care, because that's made me who I am now, and I love who I am now. And that's something I've never really been able to say, but I can say that today. And I still have my bad days and my sad days, but not as frequent as they used to be. But couple of things that have helped me along the way is always having gratitude and unconditional love. Like, I love everybody, and I don't have conditions. If I love somebody, I love somebody. There's not a condition that comes with loving that person. That's just, I don't see how people are like that. But I grew up in a family where there was conditions on everything, and I just never thought that was right. It always felt wrong to me. And I love everybody unconditionally, even if they've hurt me, even if they've done me wrong, even if they've, traumatized me, I still love them. I just love them from afar. You know, I can choose who I want in my life. I can still love them. But if they're toxic, I just don't want them in my life. Some toxic people don't want to change because they don't see a need to change. So you need to love yourself enough to tell them that, hey, I love you, but I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm choosing myself for the first time. So that's the end of that. If you like this video at all, and I'm gonna be putting more out there to my story, a continuation of all this, different subjects, different topics. And if you like any, if you want to hear a certain topic, if I know anything about it, I'd be happy to do one on that. And this is a safe space. This is a non-judgmental space. This is a loving space. No hate, no judge, nothing. I don't want no crap in this room. No discrimination, no nothing. This is for people to heal and for people to be able to express themselves and love themselves and not feel like they're judged and not be embarrassed, because there's none of that going on here. I love all of you guys, and I really appreciate you watching this, and I hope to hear from you. Leave comments if you want. Thank you.